So on Monday Night Raw, there was two major things that really went down. We had the promo of CM Punk talking just about everybody, and then we had the Rhea Ripley Io Sky match, and there's a lot of implications for WrestleMania. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Assemble. My name is Matt. Let's get into it, because I just want to talk about these two, kind of the bookends of Monday Night Raw. Otherwise, the show was, to me, it was very average. You had Lyra Valkyria and Ivy Nile. You had the tag team titles on the line. There was some stuff in there, but it was really highlighted by these two moments. So CM Punk starts off the show, and he just comes barreling through down to the announce table, standing on it, and getting into the face of everybody. He's talking about The Rock. He's talking about John Cena, and of course, Seth Rollins. I think this was good, because this is exactly what I think Punk needed to do. He needed to show just absolute bitter anger and being upset about all of this, and talking about The Rock directly, talking about John Cena. This gets me wondering about what could happen at WrestleMania for John Cena and The Rock and Cody, and will Cena actually win the title? Because I'm going to do another video just going deep dive and all that stuff, but in summary, I think that Cena's going to win, and he wins the championship, because I think there's just more story that you can do with Cena as a heel, as a sellout heel corporate champion who goes and he can have more matches against, having a rematch with Cody. He can have the match against Punk. He can have a match against Randy Orton. He can have a match against a lot of different people if Cena is going to be that heel champion. But the one line that Punk did say that made me go, okay, Punk is not going to get into the title scene, is that he said, "I will see you down the road," about The Rock and John Cena. That I feel like they could end up doing at SummerSlam if they want to go that long with Cena as a heel champion, because we know Cena's not going to be there. Like, he didn't show up tonight, which that's another thing, is like, I think Cena should have been on Monday Night Raw. It's like one of the biggest moments WWE is going to do, and he wasn't there. So you needed Punk to do that heavy lifting, but man, they really could have used Cena on Monday Night Raw. Cena versus Punk, and doing that at, for example, SummerSlam, I think could be a blockbuster main event where you can have maybe Punk win the title off of John, and you play a little hot potato with that belt. I did wonder if the favor of Paul Heyman was going to come into play here, where Punk would go and he addressed The Rock and Cena. I thought maybe in that moment he was going to say, "And I'm cashing in, and I'm getting into that main event, and I'm coming for you, Cena, and I'm gonna ultimately come for Cody as well," and making it a triple threat that he got screwed. But that's definitely not the plan. So we had Seth Rollins come out, and then he got in his face, and then they just brawled, and they brawled and brawled and brawled all over the place, and they brawled throughout the evening. They wanted to make that the big, intense focus for this. Now this is going to set up a steel cage match on Raw at Madison Square Garden between CM Punk and Seth Rollins to try and blow this feud off, even though on the match on Raw that felt like the blow off. How do you feel about them doing Punk Seth one more time and doing it on Raw again? I think that this ends up in a wonk finish. I think that Roman Reigns comes out at Madison Square Garden. That's a garden show. Like, they're gonna pull everybody out there. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you got Cena, maybe The Rock, but I think at the very least you will have Roman Reigns. I think that's what they're ultimately trying to do, and get to that triple threat that they set up basically at the Rumble. Then you had the moment with the stomp at Elimination Chamber. This brawl, you're trying to get all that intensity up. So I could see it where both guys are down in the cage, and then Roman Reigns enters and he wonks the whole thing, and you just it's a non-finish, and then they don't have a clear winner, because you had Punk beat Seth on Raw the first time. You can't have Seth lose again. Like, he can't lose again in a steel cage to CM Punk. So I think that you need Roman to come out and take out both guys, and Roman stands tall, and then that very clearly defines that triple threat match at WrestleMania. I just don't know about this though. Like, I think the intensity is there. I think it's going to be really good, assuming that's the direction. There's just something about the three of them in a triple threat that's not like the main event. That's not going to be the main event match of WrestleMania with the title on the line. I think that's what it's missing for me. I think it's gonna be great, and I think they will tell a great story, but I don't know about you. Maybe you're just like, "Hey man, no, this is great. I think it's awesome. It's gonna be fun and wild." But I just feel like there's something missing there where I'm like, it really could have used, like, they're fighting over the belt. Now it's just gonna have three guys in a grudge match. Maybe it's because we're just so used to Roman Reigns being in, like, the main event match with the belt for so many years. And it also depends on what WWE is going to do with the match structure for Mania. This could be main event night 1 match, and then Cody and Cena is night 2 main event. Obviously, we have Jey Uso with Gunther. That is not, like, that hot for me anymore. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's a foregone conclusion. Jey is going to get the world title kind of just waiting for that moment. But does it main event? He's the Rumble winner. He should main event WrestleMania. I don't know if they're going to do it. They might have him open the show, but they might have a main event night one. They get the big yeet moment with the title, and that'd be huge. Pyro goes off and all of that. But I mentioned John Cena not being on Raw. I do think that that was a mistake. I think WWE, I know they got limited dates, and you're gonna use them sparingly for what you have, and they probably have it all mapped out for the next 6 months or so. But it's the Raw after Chamber. You had the biggest story beat you were going to pull off, and you didn't have the guy there. Not even for just like a cameo, like on the screen, on the Tron, to at least talk to people. It would have been brilliant, I think, to have him come out. And I know he's gonna come out like what, in 2 weeks on Raw or something? I think then obviously you need to have full heel Cena in all his glory. I just really would have liked it if they kept that momentum going, where you just had him come out and address everyone. But maybe they're just not ready for it because they don't have all those pieces in place. Like, is he gonna get a new theme song? Is Cena going to come out in a suit? See, if he's going to be corporate champion for The Rock, and I don't expect The Rock to be there every single week either with Cena, it'd be cool if Cena is going to change his character. Because when he went from smiling with Cody Rhodes in the ring to just menacing and he just frowned and scowled at him, he had a really great change of character. He needs a physical change as well. So I think Cena needs to come out like he does in Hollywood, where he's always just, you know, dressed to the nines and he's in the suits. Do that and put him in a black suit or something. So the main event being Rhea versus Io for the world title. Really thought that this could still go into a triple threat, but I really thought that they were just gonna have Rhea retain, or it would be a wonk finish by Bianca. Almost got there, almost got that. I thought just Rhea would have retained. Nah, they went the other direction. So Io Sky won the world title on Raw. And I think fans were shocked in the audience. I watched it back this morning, and everyone just kind of seemed a little like they got the initial shocker of the 1, 2, 3 count. Then it kind of felt like everyone was just a little bit flat after that. Maybe it's just how it came off on TV. Maybe everyone was losing their minds. It was shocking for sure. It's just an interesting pivot of how they're doing it. I thought the match overall was good. There were some spots in there that looked a little rough in the beginning, and then they got their footing. I think Bianca's character in all of this is going to end up being the most interesting piece because of what's going on with Jade, Naomi. I think Bianca is going to play that heel role getting into WrestleMania. Are they going to do, because there are options now, are they going to just do Io versus Bianca one-on-one and Rhea is off and she's going to do something entirely different? I would really assume they're just going to turn this into a triple threat for the title to get it on Io. So where I'm confused a little bit is that you put the title on Io. If you're gonna have it as a triple threat and maybe Bianca wins, does Bianca just pin Io at Mania? If you're gonna do that, then why have her pick up the title at all just to pin her anyway? She can still eat the pinfall at Mania in a triple threat, unless they want to do it where Bianca pins Rhea, but Rhea didn't have the title. It'll be interesting how they're going to do this. Again, it's not confirmed to be a triple threat, but you got to assume that Rhea Ripley's just going to come out next week to Adam Pearce and just say, I want this to be a triple threat, probably attack Bianca. She gifted Io the title match in the beginning, so Rhea might, at the very least, she's going to be able to say, I want my rematch because I get the rematch clause, and they just easily play that card. But that triple threat would be very interesting to see how they go about it. I think Bianca should win that and go off on this heel run. And you could have her, again, pin Rhea or pin Io. It really wouldn't matter to me. And then you can have Bianca go on a heel run as champion. She can get a rematch against Rhea. You could do the rematch against Io. But then I think ultimately, if you got through those first couple of feuds, you get to like SummerSlam and you have Bianca versus Jade for the title. Because I'm going to guess that Bianca's still involved in this whole whodunit with Jade. But what did you think of Monday Night Raw? And speaking of John Cena and the Elimination Chamber, I went there and it was awesome. If you want to watch the review, it's right here. We're talking all about John Cena. Have a great day. See ya.